Hi everyone, welcome back, or if you're new here, then welcome to my cozy corner of YouTube. I've been so excited to film today's video because I have had quite the haul sitting in our guest bedroom for literally over a week now, and I have been so desperate to chat to you about it, to show you what I picked up, ready for the Burr months to finally be here. It does feel slightly strange filming this in the middle of a heat wave, I have to say. But as we all know, it's important that I go out and I show you these things before autumn gets here so that you can hopefully go and find some of these bits yourself. And it would be wrong of me to not show you what I have picked up ready for September to begin, because there are so many gorgeous pieces out on the high street this year. B&M have absolutely delivered. If you missed last week's video, then there is a seriously good B&M haul that you need to go and watch, so definitely do that after this one. But Matalan is gorgeous, the range is gorgeous, even like the slightly higher scale things like Anthropology, like they have some gorgeous things this year. So yeah, as much as we are still in August, we are still in the summer months, it would be wrong of me to not show you what is on the horizon and not show you what is currently in the shops for autumn, because as we all know, if we don't get there quickly, especially from the shop that I'm about to talk to you about, things will disappear and they will never be seen again, so you have to be quick. So today's haul is from one of my favourite ever shops to go and shop. It is homesense / TK Maxx, depending on what you have near you. I have some absolutely gorgeous autumn pieces to share with you. Some of them are a bit more like pumpkin related, and some of them are a bit more kind of generic autumnal home decoration related. So we have some faux florals, we have some kitchen bits, we have some ornaments kind of / home accessories, which all in all would just be really nice for the whole of sort of autumn winter. So it's not like Halloween specific related, or not too much of it is. But yeah, I found some absolute gems, if I do say so myself, and I just can't wait to show you. I think you're gonna love them. I think you're gonna love them. Let's just dive straight in. So up first, we have these really lovely kind of faux floral autumnal stems. They literally just say floral stem on the label, so I'm not too sure exactly what they're called, but of course anything that I show you, if I can find it on the website or on the app, I will most definitely link it in the description box down below, so make sure you go and have a quick check. But I just absolutely loved the purplish colour to these. I don't really have anything in this nice purple colour, and I just think it's so autumnal and it would be perfect for so many different things. I actually picked up 3 of these because I thought I would rather have too many than too little, and they were only £1.69 each, so they were a really great price. I think you could quite easily style these together in an arrangement just by themselves. You can obviously bend the stems out and make it into a wider arrangement, but these would be so lovely. If I kind of use the vase behind me as an example, I know it's not the best example, but you could just kind of space these out and have them as their own arrangement, and it would be so lovely. But also, if you just wanted to have 1 or 2, you could take an arrangement that you already have, or take like some foliage that you might have, maybe some eucalyptus, maybe some kind of more autumnal stems, even like some pittosporum or something, and just add these in just for a very subtle pop of colour, and I think that that would just be perfect. It's very kind of like rusticy. I can picture these in like Neptune or something with a nice rustic vase. It would just look, I can't wait, it's just gonna look so gorgeous. Next, I picked up something very cozy, and it is this gorgeous pumpkin blanket. When I say this is soft, oh my goodness me, it is super soft. It is the loveliest blanket. So this is called the Plush Throw. I'll be honest, the rest of it is in French and my pronunciation is not quite there. And it even comes on this lovely hanger, which I think is brilliant. So I'm just going to store this probably in the wardrobe somewhere just until pumpkin season comes out. But yeah, as you'll be able to see, there's some lovely pumpkin bits on there. There's some kind of floral stems and leaves. And all in all, it's just just, in my opinion, the perfect neutral, cozy autumnal throw that you could have, whether it's on a bed, whether it's on a sofa, whether it's just something that you take out to snuggle with. It's lovely, and it is 127 centimeters by 177. So I think normally it's 180, 130. So this is apparently ever so slightly smaller. And this was $14.99. So I actually thought that was a really great price, considering that for other blankets and throws in TK Maxx, I've paid like $19.99 up to $24.99. So this is slightly on the lower end, and it's just gorgeous. I can't wait to just drape it over something and just have a really, really cozy display. I love it. I love it, it's so nice. Next, I actually have some really lovely books to share with you, and they're both kind of, well, they're both actual books, but I bought them basically for styling purposes because I think they will look so lovely. So first of all, I picked up Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. It's from the Cranford collection, and when I picked it up, I was like, this is just so autumnal. Look at the orange leaves on there. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's got a beautiful spine as well. It's got a little pop of pink in there, if you can see. And actually, when I picked it up, I turned it over and it was on sale. It was only £6.50, and they're normally, I think, about $7.99 as the TK Maxx price. I think the recommended retail price is like £29 or £27 or something. So yeah, this to me was an absolute bargain. I have so many of the Cranford collection books in the house. I've got some in here, like I've got purpley ones, I've got green ones, I've got pink ones, I think I've got a couple of blue ones, and I have a little kind of stack of them lent to the side on our media unit downstairs. But they're quite summery, like there's some pinks and blues and kind of sage greens and things. It would be really nice to swap them out for a slightly darker sort of bluey grey colour, ready for the autumn. And the leaves, I can't get over how nice they are. They're absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, if you ever do come across these, they are just perfect for styling. Even if you just had, do I have a candle near me? I have a candle on here. Even if you kind of just sat, I mean, you probably need a bigger candle, but just a candle and maybe like a little pot of matches or something, even just like that. I need to turn it the other way around. Even just like that, it's so lovely to style with, and I think it's wonderful. The second book I found the most recently, and it just caught my eye, and I thought, oh my goodness, I need to see what that looks like. Again, it's an amazing price. It is The Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett, part of the Page Classics collection, it seems. But how absolutely beautiful is the cover of this book? It caught my eye from like a reading perspective because I thought, oh my goodness, that looks like a wonderful book. But it's so autumnal, and again, it would be so beautiful to style up, whether you had it kind of leaned against something or whether you had it flat. It was only £2.99, so it was an amazing price. And I was kind of thinking it might just be nice to kind of sit on top of my bookcases or kind of on its side, but within view of my bookcases, because it would just be lovely to have some more autumnal books displayed. Okay, next. I have been keeping a bit of an eye out for some new tea towels, because some of ours are looking maybe like they should not be in the cupboard still, and I'm quite particular, well I am now, about like the material, like the fabric of the tea towels that I buy, because quite often the prettiest tea towels can be a very thin cotton, and I just find that they're great for decorative purposes, but they don't actually dry anything. They just like move the water around. I feel like you'll know what I mean. So I've been trying to find some that are a slightly more sort of toweling material, but are still just as nice. And I thought autumn is the perfect time to get some, because a lot of the ones that I have left are quite summery looking, and I thought it'd be lovely to have some that kind of had a little bit more of an autumn feel. So I've been keeping an eye out, and I came across this pack of 3 from Rain and Humble, and they are just absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to move the tag out the way so you can see, because there's 2 different designs here. But how lovely are these tea towels? They've got a very subtle, almost like pom-pom detailing on the bottom. And if I lift it and show you inside, it's got a lovely kind of toweling material. So this will be able to dry dishes much better. than some of the other tea towels I've got. And then the one behind, again, has got the lovely detailing along the edge, and it's this really nice sort of checkered fabric. I just think it's so gorgeous. And then the third one is just the same as the first one, so you have two of those. These were $7.99. I was very excited to pick those up. I thought they were great value for money, great quality, and they look gorgeous. The next thing that I have to show you, I spotted from across the shop and I made an absolute beeline. And you know, sometimes when you see something from quite far away and you just cross your fingers and you think, please be nice when I get there, please be nice, because it looks really nice from a distance, and then it ends up having something like really weird or random printed on it, or it's just not quite the quality or the material that you were hoping for. I did not have that with this. When I got closer, it was even nicer than I thought it was going to be, and I couldn't not pick it up. So get ready for pumpkins. It is this absolutely gorgeous pumpkin cushion. Now, not only does it look gorgeous from afar, but as I bring it closer, you'll be able to see the detail and the textures of the cushion. And isn't it just gorgeous? It is so nice. It feels like, honestly, incredible quality. And even the plain back, I don't know how well you'll be able to see, but can you kind of see the texture on there? It's from the Well Dressed Home range. It just says decorative pillow. It was, I would say slightly more expensive. Like, it wasn't that expensive, but it was $19.99. So I have bought cushions for less from TK Maxx, but I just think for the quality of this, you are getting what you pay for. Like, it is just gorgeous. It's not too wide as well. I think it's probably not, yeah, it's much less wide than the cushion that I currently have on the chair, so you can just about see the difference. So it would go really, really nicely on an armchair if you have one, and you wouldn't have to worry about it not fitting. Definitely an absolute steal, I think. The next thing that I found, I was very, very pleased to see, and it seems to be very sought after online as well. So if you spot this in the shop, don't hang around, because they will sell out, they will disappear, and I don't know if they'll be back. But it is the Sand and Fog Pumpkin Spice candle, and let me tell you, this is one of my favourite candles ever. So I do have a very similar one downstairs, and it's like a lovely olive green version, and it smells incredible, it burns beautifully, and it looks so gorgeous. And so I could not resist this one when I spotted it. It has 2 wicks inside. Honestly, the smell has just hit me. Like, I don't even have to put my face near it. As soon as I lifted that lid off, I was just hit with pumpkin spice, and I don't think life could get much better than that. I just want to burn it now, but I'm going to resist. Oh my gosh, that is so lovely. So these are slightly higher on the price scale. These are actually $16.99, so you are paying a little bit more than some of their other candles, but the size of it, like, it's considerably bigger than a lot of other candles that I have. This will definitely last you. You can reuse it for so many things. Once I have burnt this, I will probably like use it as a pot for something, because I just think, how could you not? It's so lovely. So yeah, definitely recommend picking one of these up if you do find one. We are on to the final object, and it is lovingly wrapped up, and this is something a bit different. You'll see this and you'll think, Lindsay, why have you bought that? When I showed it to James, he was like, okay. But hear me out. I thought this would be absolutely perfect for my bookcase that I have next to me, and I'm going to show you exactly where I want to put it once I've shown you, because it is just brilliant. As some of you will know, my bookcase area, which is obviously right next to me, is kind of just an area of the house that I have to let that very small but important part of my personality shine through. I'm very sort of calm, relaxed, cozy, neutrals, earthy sort of feel throughout the entire house. But there is a small part of me that loves a pop of colour, that loves something a bit more fun, that loves something a bit more out there. And my bookcases are the place to do it, because I've got all of my romance books there, I've got my fantasy books, I've got a whole different range of colours, and I can just go a bit wild, and I love it when they kind of match the theme of my books. So in saying that, I spotted a cowboy ghost and I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. Like, how could you not love that? Some of you are going to absolutely hate it, but honestly, how could you not love that? I just thought this would be so perfect because I have basically an entire shelf on my bookcase for my cowboy romance books. It currently has a cowboy boot, which I am completely and utterly in love with. But I thought, how could I not add this for autumn? A little ghost wearing a cowboy hat. Like, how could you not? It was $4.99. They had quite a few different ones, but the cowboy hat just got me. I couldn't resist. I'm going to spin you around quickly and show you what I'm talking about, because if you haven't seen my bookcase, you're not going to know what I'm talking about, and I feel like you need to. So this here is my bookcase area. I can't quite get back far enough to show you everything, but as you'll see, like, this is where my personality shines through, and I just love it. I've got all sorts of bits and bobs here, but the shelf in question is this one right here. So this is all of my cowboy romances, pretty much. These are technically sport romances, but we're just going to go with this section. So I've got all of my Elsie Silver books, and as you'll see, I've got my prized cowboy boot here, and I just thought for autumn, how perfect, how perfect would that be? Like, you can't tell me that that's not adorable. I love that so much. Oh my gosh, it's brilliant. So yeah, I'm going to keep the cowboy boot there for now, but I just thought that would be so great to add to the shelf once the Burr months have come around. So yeah, that is everything that I picked up from homesense / TK Maxx. I hope you love these pieces as much as I do. Let me know which is your favourite, and if you have picked up any of these already, or if you're going to have a hunt for them, because I would love to know. You will know, or hopefully you will know by now, how excited I get about the Burr months coming around. We do have some more hauls on the horizon. There will probably be another vlog for next weekend, and then the one after, I have a feeling we may have another haul on the horizon, which I am again super excited to get filmed and to show you. So yeah, if you're still here, thank you so much for watching. Obviously, if you are a bit of an autumn lover, then make sure you are subscribed, because there is going to be a whole host of autumn videos on their way, and I just cannot wait to experience it with all of you. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy your week, and I will see you very soon. Goodbye.